Isaac and Laurie of the band Slaves. I love it. You know, what I love about you guys is there's a Slaves American band, so just like
They
many
copied
British
us.
bands I love. Exactly. Thank you for that. But, you know, it's like, you know, the Charlatans UK. There's been many bands that have had to add that in the States. But you're really just slaves. They don't have to.
We know they copied us. It's a
Yeah.
fact. We
Bastards,
were around
right?
for 2 years before them. We're not. If we were rich, though, we'd sue them.
You're going to be rich.
But American and UK law means that it's a long process.
Yes, it does. That's why you're slaves UK to many
But
people.
let's hope they don't bump into us because we might tickle them to death.
You guys are tough. I know. I love it. I loved how you get everybody to hug, even the photographers. There's a lot of love in the band Slaves, right?
Yeah, I think
that's our message.
we started noticing really early as festival attendants that there's a aggressive energy in festivals of between whether it's the people at the gig and the bouncers, or there's always a disconnect. So we like to try and break that down and remind everyone that we're all humans.
You guys are amazing. You bring people together. Now, it's weird. What is your fan base like back home? Is it like teenage girls, dudes? What's a typical fan back home? Everything?
Humans.
There isn't.
Just humans in general.
There isn't a typical fan. The demographics just like
It's quite
vast.
it's quite a common misconception. Like even like our mate Keen that shoots for us was like, oh, I reckon there's gonna be loads of kids at this show.
Right.
And it's the biggest demographic is I'm here with my son and my dad.
Oh.
So like you'll have like mothers and daughters and granddad all together. Like we're a family band. It's
that.
beautiful though. Like you look out into any section of the audience, it's just like a split between everyone, and it's like everyone's just having fun. We have just as many women as men in our mosh pits, and it's a safe space for everyone.
That's a beautiful thing. How long have you guys been friends? Are you like mates from kids or?
Maybe like 7 years or something like that.
Something like 2 years before we started the band, we were aware of each other. Then we were in another band for a year. So I think we started in 2012, so we've been together about 6.5 years. So we've only been mates for like 7.
How is Acts of Fear and Love? That's the new album, right?
Yeah.
Remembering right. How's it being received back home? It's out. It just came out.
Yeah, very well received actually. We're usually like a bit of a Marmite band. Like people like we have a lot of hate and a lot of love, but
Yeah.
this feels like the record that's gone down the best.
You've earned it. I mean, there's been a lot of controversy using a name like Slaves, obviously, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands, we're from San Diego, so there was a band in San Diego called the Muslims. Not super marketable, so they became the Soft Pack at one point, but Slaves stay true to the spirit of what you are. It's punk rock, it's post-punk, it's pop music.
Yeah.
The new album has these amazing hooks. I get elements of Blur and a lot of different bands. What were the big influences on you guys growing up, if you would share?
It's genre spanning. So for me personally, what got me into guitar music were bands like Guns N' Roses, and then that led me on to bands like Rage Against the Machine, and then Nirvana, and then I got into like punk, so like Clash, Black Flag, and and then Blur were one of my favourite bands. Anything that had a big guitar sound, and then as I got older, Elliott Smith and Leonard Cohen, and then Isaac's lyrically more like hip hop.
But I was brought up on a lot of like punk and post-punk.
Yeah.
My dad's like a massive vinyl collector and like
Oh, cool.
Bands
So-
like Stooges,
Yeah, my
Specials,
dad's
Gang
like-
of Four.
That was my youth
Iggy Pop's my dad's hero.
favorite.
Like,
Okay. You're going to stick around and see Iggy tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Definitely, we're going to try and hassle
People
him.
get to party with Slaves here at,
Yeah.
at Cal Jam.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
everything you thought it would be? You've been to California. You played Los Angeles. You haven't been down to San Diego.
We hadn't stayed in San Bernardino before,
Well,
and we
It's not much to stay here for.
like there's
stayed
like
in a pretty
Uber
moody-
alert warnings when you get picked up about safety and stuff. Like,
Sure.
I had a pretty moody motel
think-
last night. I was trying to catch a cockroach for about half an hour before I went to sleep.
Everyone looks at me like I'm a gang member when they check the tattoos before they
They
like.
certainly do.
It's a different energy in America compared to England. I think in England, like in America, it's quite hard to win people over, but once you do, they're fine. Whereas in England, everyone's friendly, but if you fuck up, they'll never talk to you again. It's like the opposite.
Yeah.
So trying to get used to that energy is quite hard
different.
because we're such happy, positive people. Like you just want to tell people to fuck off sometimes when they're being rude to you, but
Yeah.
it's a challenge.
It definitely is. I hate America sometimes. Most of the bands I love are from where you guys are from, so it's great that I do get to see you guys. And a couple weeks ago, I saw Youngblood, a good friend of yours. He was watching the show today. That was cool, but caught him at the Casbah in San Diego. So please, you guys got to come to San Diego. That's
We'd
something
love
you got to
to.
do. You haven't toured much in the States yet, right?
No, it's a tough
I know.
area for us. But we're getting there, and like bands like Foo Fighters are helping us out has been massive, and
Yeah, it's a big deal.
we're going to keep coming when we can.
You please do, and please come down south. We'll take you to TJ. That's
Yeah.
Tijuana, Mexico. It's
I'd love
pretty exciting. San Diego's best thing we have is Mexican food. SeaWorld, I guess you could say, and the zoo. But we have a great radio station. We're 91X in San Diego. So I've been playing Chokehold. Great new song off the new album.
Thank you.
That's single. And tell me, who's replacing Isaac in the video? You've got all these great people.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure I recognize everybody in the video.
The big one is Dave Roundtree from Blur.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, there's a lot of influences on the record, and Blur are one of them, and we managed to get him in it. There are a lot of UK bands. So there's Dom from Peace. We have the drummer from Sam from the Maccabees, Amber from Heinz, who are a Spanish sort of garage rock band. And then we faked the Kiss drummer Joey Jordison.
That was Peter Criss. Don't lie. I know.
Yeah, it was Peter Criss.
Paying that top dollar to get Peter
The
Criss
head
to
of our
come
record
over.
label was in it, which is quite funny.
Yeah. Is that a story
Benji
behind
from
that?
Royal Blood. Do you know Royal Blood?
Yeah, great band.
he's the first drummer in it.
That's a great video. I love that. But is that to showcase some? Were you guys, fighting?
In the UK, we made up this whole press joke that we'd split up because the first video we were dancing, and the story was that Isaac went off to become a famous dancer, and in the second video I was auditioning for new drummers because he left the band. We there's a lot of comedy in what we do, and we wanted to find the perfect channel to display that. So music videos have become another side of our personality.
You're very entertaining, tongue-in-cheek. That's what makes you so endearing. And I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. And today was a great honor to get to see you guys and talk to you guys. This is awesome. You really put on a great show. And I hope America opens their arms to you. I think you're. It's everything, man. It's rock and roll. It's punk rock. It's post-punk. It's
just all love. And you're right about the name thing. And I think we were young and never expected to get out of our bedroom, in honesty. But the more it goes on, the more relevant it feels. That if at least we're inspiring discussion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you look into our band, you understand the real meaning of it. But if we're going to piss people off, at least we're waking people up and making people think, and that's what punk rock music should do.
Definitely make people think and open your arms at the same time. Be all-encompassing. It's a safe space. I love the message you guys portray, but ultimately, it's that visceral thing I feel. That bass drum, the floor tom hit me in the chest was just phenomenal today.
That's why
It was loud.
Yeah.
That was good.
And those abs too, by the way. Is there a daily workout routine for you, buddy?
Nah.
That's it. Yeah.
No.
You get like that, just
If you shout that much,
yeah.
the stomach hardens up.
What are your favorite bands you're listening to right now? Anything that's turned you guys on that excites you back home?
The new Idols record. Yeah.
So good.
The Shame. Do you know
Yep,
them?
love them.
The band called Life. There's just an amazing. We've got a band on our record label called Ladybird. There's an amazing emerging punk scene from the UK. Something to be really proud of again.
Yeah. Have you heard Viagra Boys yet?
Yeah, we have.
Wiener Dog.
Yeah.
I've listened to that song 1,000 times, and that video is hilarious. It's so good. And I have Wiener Dog, so the first time I heard that one, he just randomly shouts out Wiener Dog amongst all the sports. I was a winner.
Yes.
Isaac and Laurie, Slaves, so good. Acts of Fear and Love is the new album, and thanks for coming to Southern California. Please come back again soon.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
91X.